I want to talk about the difference between motivation and inspiration, and why I think this is even worth talking about, like, at all, is because for me personally, understanding the difference helps me be able to discern whether an idea to do something is coming from a place of guidance from my inner being or higher self, or if it's coming from somewhere else like ego or fear, because I'm not trying to be like that. So, I think everybody pretty much knows that motivation and inspiration are two different things, even though they kind of mean something similar, but they have two totally different vibrations. Like, they just feel totally different. So, motivation to me pretty much is where you're trying to get yourself to do something. There's kind of like a force to it, or you're coming up with different reasons to try to get yourself to do it. You're trying to motivate yourself or somebody else for that matter. And the reason why there feels like any kind of force sense to it is because there's resistance in there. There's resistance somewhere in there. So oftentimes it's coming from a place of fear that you're trying to get yourself to do something, or some kind of sense of urgency. Or a lot of times it's like, you'd think you'd feel better doing whatever it is that you're wanting to do. You think you'd feel better doing it than you would if you were not doing it, which is still kind of fear-based driven too. So, inspiration it does not have that resistance to it. That's coming from your higher self, your inner being. It's that lit up kind of feeling. It feels like excitement. It just feels really fucking good. It feels right. It feels natural. That to me, that's inspiration from your inner being. Yeah, that's that divine guidance that you are receiving. An example, I've actually gone through like multiple examples of both of this shit, like in the last week, just in regards to these workout classes that I started fucking taking. And the other day, I had to go to one of my classes, and I did not want to fucking go. Like, I did not want to go at all. So, what I wanted to do instead was stay in bed and just cry over stupid shit, because I was in one of those moods and it was one of those days. And I wasn't going to go. And my boyfriend was telling me how much I had to go. And so then I started motivating myself. I started telling myself reasons why I should go. Like, I've already paid for the damn thing. I've already paid for, this month's worth of classes. So, if I don't go, then I'm wasting my money because I already fucking paid for it. And that's a really big motivator. Like, if you really wanted something to motivate you to do something like that, that's a really good one. But it does not feel good. It just does not feel good. And then I started thinking about how good I would feel if I went, but really what I was actually doing was thinking about how bad I would feel if I didn't go, how I'd feel later. As much as I wanted to just stay in my comfy warm bed, I was thinking thoughts like, oh, well, later on tonight, you're just gonna feel like a fucking failure or something, or you're just gonna feel like, you should have done this, and it's the right thing to do, and you chose to do this instead, and you're just gonna feel really bad about yourself. So, like, that shit doesn't help either. That doesn't feel good either. So it's stuff like that. Like, you're motivating yourself, you're trying to get yourself to do something, but it's coming from a place of like fear and shit, and it just does not feel good. So how did I overcome that? Because I was thinking those thoughts, and I tried to focus more on the good feelings that I would feel upon going to my workout class. That joy, that sense of accomplishment, the really good feelings that I know I would have. And though I didn't inspire myself to go to the class, it was really more so from motivation. I went, and once I was there, I felt so fucking good, because I genuinely love to work out. I love working my body. I love the physical activity I'm doing. Just all your fucking endorphins are going off. I feel proud of myself. I feel accomplished. I'm excited. I feel fulfilled, and I'm having fun. That's what I love about it. And once I got there to the class and I was feeling those feelings, I was like, yes, this right here, this moment, this feeling, this is what I need to hold on to and remember. And that's what I'm going to use to inspire myself to go, to have fun and enjoy myself. And it made me think about the whole reason why I started these workout classes to begin with, which was totally coming from a place of inspiration. It was like, one night I went to the park and I walked for a while, and I really love walking. I do. I enjoy it. I feel accomplished. I feel proud of myself. All the good stuff that I've mentioned. And the next day I was thinking about that, and I was just, appreciating it for what it was. Like, wow, what a fun thing to do. And I got on Facebook for a minute, and I was scrolling, and I came across an ad for a place that's really close to my house, actually, that's offering these workout classes. And everything about it seemed really good to do. That's you only have to show up X amount of days per week. Each class is only 30 minutes long, and it seems really simple enough. It's designed for beginners, And the first real thought I had about that was, oh my God, this could be something fun to do. I enjoy doing that kind of activity. This would just be fun to do and fulfilling, and maybe I'd make friends. It wasn't coming from a place of, oh, I need to lose weight, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Or I want to be fit, I want to be healthy. Don't get me wrong, those are all things that I want. Like, those are all goals that I have. But those things were not what gave me the sense or the idea that I want to do this. It was really just that lit up, excited feeling of, this would be really fucking fun to do. And after I consciously realized that I had that thought, I was like, holy fuck, that's inspiration. That's inspiration right there. That's guidance from my inner being, my higher self. And because your inner being knows, what you want and how close you are to it and how much resistance you have, to it. So I think it was just the right moment, right time, law of attraction. I was already thinking, along these lines, feeling that feeling of accomplishment and feeling really good about myself, to where stumbling upon an ad on Facebook for something like that, I was just right there with it. Like, yeah, I could do this. This is something that I could do. This is something that I want to do. This would be fun. This would make me happy. This would be enjoyable. So that's what it's all about. Those are two examples of motivation versus inspiration. And my main objective, most of the time, if not all of the time, is really to be happy and feel good and have fun, and definitely feel good about myself and the kinds of decisions that I'm making. And a lot of times, like what I said about, trying to motivate myself to go, I'll stop myself in the middle of it and be like, oh, I'm trying to make a decision to do something, and it's based off of fear or this sense of urgency, or focused on how shitty you'd feel if you weren't doing it. And that's not fun. If you're gonna try to do something like that, what do you think, the outcome or the results are gonna be from that? So I definitely think being in the receptive mode, already feeling those kinds of feelings that you want to be feeling, is gonna help bring those kinds of circumstances about, to where when you receive the ideas from your inner being, it feels good, it feels natural, it's exciting, and you're like, wow, I should do it. So I was definitely really excited about it. There's this quote that, not quote, but this thing that I've learned from Abraham Hicks, and I can't remember verbatim what it is, honestly, but it's along the lines of, don't do something that you don't want to do. But if you feel like it's something you have to do, then come up with whatever reason you can as to why you would want to do it, and then do it. Because if you do something that you don't want to do, well, I dropped something. If you do that, then you're just gonna feel like shit. That's not fun. That's not enjoyable. So come up with a reason why you want to do it, and then do it. But I also think that comes back to the point of what I'm talking about, which is, what is that reason to why you want to do it? Is it coming from a place of negativity or fear, or is it something that you actually do feel good about? Then, then line up with a decision. Or just be in a state of feeling good and then receive those good ideas and make decisions from there. So, I don't know. Very cool. I just want to talk about that.